What is the difference between a sociopath, a psychopath, and a narcissist? Here to answer this intense question is Dr. Ramani. Help us out here.
Well, it's, again, there's a lot of overlap.
Dr. Raman.
A lot of people are using these terms interchangeably.
And should they be?
Sociopath, they psychopath. No, they
No.
shouldn't. They're
Okay.
different things, okay? One rule of thumb to remember right off the bat.
That's you, chat.
Every psychopath is narcissistic, but not every narcissist is psychopathic. Make sense? There's your key difference. A narcissist is somebody who lacks empathy, is grandiose, is entitled, is constantly seeking validation, is arrogant. It's a disorder of self-esteem, and they have trouble regulating their self-esteem. But when a narcissist does a bad thing, they feel a fair amount of guilt and shame. More shame than guilt, frankly, because they're concerned about how other people view them. Shame is a public emotion. So they don't like being viewed negatively in the public eye or by other people. That's where the shame comes from.
Checkmate.
But they'll feel a little
Chat.
bit. Like if they cheat on their wife,
I don't give a shit what you think.
Psychopath's a different animal. They're all of those things except no guilt, no shame. They don't
Oh, I'm
feel
a psychopath
remorse when
then.
they do something bad. So they're great serial killers, hired assassins, people who are going to go in and literally sort of gut a business. These are your guys. They're like, I don't care who gets hurt. They'd say that and they'd mean it. Okay, where a narcissist is like, I hope no one gets hurt. Okay? The difference between the psychopath and the sociopath is the one where most people get confused, because the sociopath is a lot like the psychopath. They do bad things and they don't care. Okay? Here's the key difference. A psychopath is born and a sociopath is made. Okay, that's the key. So a psychopath, in fact, we know in the research on psychopathy,
Psychopath
which has
is
also been called
born,
antisocial personality disorder
sociopath
in our
is
diagnostic
made.
manual. These are people who are actually believed to have slightly different autonomic nervous systems. Our autonomic nervous system is actually that part that holds our sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight and flight system. So when our autonomic nervous system for a normal person gets charged up, which it would if we broke a rule, if we did something embarrassing or rude, if we ran through a red light, our heart starts racing. We sweat, our pupils get wide, we look around because we're afraid of the consequence. A psychopath doesn't have that same kind of arousal. That's why they're able to lie on lie detector tests. That's how they get away with it. They don't have that same kind of arousal. So where you or I may go on a roller coaster, feel that sense of excitement, we need to get that arousal in a good way. We don't like feeling it when we do something wrong. They don't feel it.
So do they get stressed?
No, not in the same way.
So if they're driving, because if I'm driving and I see police sirens coming behind me, I mean, it is a full-on, oh
yeah.
my gosh, I can't believe I'm going to
They're
get
not a
pulled over.
psychopath.
But a psychopath would see that and go, oh, I'm going to get pulled over.
Cool as could be. They could have a dead body in the trunk and they wouldn't change.
And so they pull over, they get the ticket, and they don't care.
No, they don't care.
And they pay the ticket.
And maybe not, they'll even probably get an attorney to get them off or say, yeah, my understanding of your state laws is you can't really be doing this, and they'll be cool as can be.
And this is a difference in their
They're actually
their
how
makeup.
their nervous systems are wired and their brains are. There's actually been interesting research done with PET scans where you can see brain function. And what
Not
they've
just
shown-
a clarification, not PET like dogs and cats,
No,
PET scans. Yes.
Positron emission tomography
Yes.
scans of the brain, which show brain functioning, if you will. And what they see is that the section of the brain that serves empathy, that doesn't naturally light up in them. And you can actually teach them to be empathic for a minute, but it doesn't last. A lot of psychopaths who commit violent crimes end up in jail, and the ones who commit more like white-collar crimes, I guess they end up as multi-billionaires because they're willing to do really, really rough stuff in their business and get through like a cartel leader or something like that, call for the killings of other people. Now, their interesting counterpart are the sociopaths.
Alright. She's been watching too much Dexter, I think. Tyke XD, Prillar, Zabber, ML, The Fox.